Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a nimble ground dog, and welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps. Now, this time around, we're doing something a little bit different. All the builds you're going to see featured this week are going to be store-themed. I reckon it's going to be quite interesting. Anyhow, enough talking, let's take a look at them. In the number 5 spot this week, we have Only Sight with the Cosmos Comic Shop. And guys, this thing fits into this location absolutely perfectly. I think you'd be forgiven for thinking that this was a pre-existing structure. Now, yes, obviously there is some telltale signs that give it away, but that Responder's building set, it can fool you. It's like it was made for this location. Aye, I bet there's a few new players that have been slightly confused by this one. The exterior, yeah, you've absolutely nailed it, mate. It just looks like a shop, doesn't it? I think my only criticism would actually be the hedges that you've put underneath the windows. Now, usually I bloody love them things, but I don't know, it just takes away a little bit of the immersion for me on this one, but it doesn't look bad, mate. It's just a casual little observation. Now onto the interior, and again, Only Sight, this is what I was looking for. An actual build that looks like a shop. You know what I'm getting at, don't you guys? Ah, of course you do. You step into this here and you can quite clearly see what it is supposed to be, and I like that. Only Sight, my friend, I love this one, pal. You've absolutely smashed the exterior, definitely looks like it should be there. And the same with the interior. Really, really nicely done, this one, pal. Thank you very much for entering this week, and thank you for actually building an adventure mode as well. It's nice to be able to feature one of your camps in the top 5 and not in the honourable mentions section. Congratulations on the number 5 spot, mate. Very well deserved indeed. In the number 4 spot this week, we have Giacomo with Jack's Stop and Shop. This thing is bloody spot on. It's immersive and it uses a pre-existing structure. What more could you want? Now, exterior-wise, obviously, it's scrappy and it's law-friendly, and there's a very good reason for that. Giacomo has renovated this pre-existing structure that we've got sitting right here. Now, let me tell you guys, this can be a bit of a pain in the arse to do. Those pre-existing structures, some of them have really funny clipping points, and getting building materials to match in with them, it can be quite difficult. However, I think Giacomo's pretty much smashed it with this one. As well as the exterior, the interior is equally as scrappy, and that little shopping area he's got going down there, yeah, I love it. I also really enjoyed the little sleeping area that you've got going upstairs there. Some pretty cool merges going down, and the way that you've put it together is brilliant. You know, there's a lot of attention to detail, everything has its place. Yeah, spot on, mate. Giacomo, thank you very much for entering this week. Your build is wastelandy as hell. And another 10 TNG points for building in that location. I imagine you were getting assaulted by scorched beasts and other horrific shit pretty much constantly. So yeah, well done on that front as well. Congratulations on a number 4 spot, my friend. Now then, you beautiful bunch, how are you lot enjoying the camp so far? Personally, I'm bloody loving them. However, I'm guessing there's a few of you watching that are thinking, you know what, I could do better than that. And that very well may be true. However, unless I see them, I can't even consider them, can I? Fortunately though, if you take a look in the description of this video, you'll see a link to my Discord, and once you've gone over there, you'll see where you can submit your camp as well. It's really that simple, ladies and gentlemen. So come on, join the Discord, submit your builds, and show me what you can do. You could be in next week's top 5. Anyhow, back to this week's top 5, and in the number 3 spot this week, we have Goldfinger76 with the Superstore build, and my god, from here, it does look like a superstore as well. Let's check it out. Now, right off the bat, the exterior is absolutely fantastic, mate. You know, the building looks like a shop, rather a modern and clean kind of shop, but still very nicely done indeed, mate. Now, as well as the building itself, I love that car park you've made. You could have just chosen a spot which is near a road or, you know, actually has a car park already there, but you chose to go down the masochistic route, and you know what? I can respect that, pal. Very well done indeed. Right then, so on to the interior, and this thing, it's perfect. You know, it's got multiple different themes throughout it. You don't know what it's supposed to be selling, but I like that. Kind of gives it more of a shopping mall kind of vibe, especially with that free makeup stand there. Yeah, Boy George is absolutely killing that, isn't he? Goldfinger, I love your dedication on this one, mate. Like I said, you've not just stuck to a shop selling one thing, there's multiple different sections to it, and it really does add to the build. My only criticism would be is the foundations at the side and the back, they look higher than Bob Marley. Now, you have used underpinnings on them, which is, it's good, it hides them. However, I'm just not a fan of overexposed foundations. However, we're looking at the front, aren't we? Let's just ignore the back end, it's not Cardi B. Overall, mate, you've done a fantastic job on this. I love the exterior and that car park. Top-notch work, and the interior, again, I admire your masochism and dedication, pal. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the number 3 spot. Hats off to you, mate. Right, so now we come to the number 2 spot, and cards on the table right now. The decision between 1 and 2, it was a bloody difficult and close one. I really did struggle with this. So with that being said, in the number 2 spot this week, we have Nux Black Thumb with the Cyber Stack Shack. And first things first, Nux, the filming on this was absolutely incredible. You know, you always do a fantastic job with your editing, but this was next level. You know, you really raised the bar with this one. I loved it. It felt like a story, pal. But anyway, editing aside, the structure itself is incredible. You have absolutely nailed that lighting. In my opinion, the lighting on a lot of camp builds is overlooked, but it can really, really make a difference, as, you know, perfectly demonstrated here. 11 out of 10 on that. Another thing I loved about it is the compactness of it. It's not a big build, but it just hits you. You know, it really does stand out. It looks like exactly what you were going for. A cyberpunk style kind of shop, but somehow it looks immersive as well, which is really odd in my opinion, but if it works. Now the shop area itself is more like a street stall in my opinion. You know what I'm getting at, don't you? Ah, you must have seen them. And the way that you've decorated it is amazing. You know, every single surface has something on it. It's cluttered, it looks like a pensioner's mantelpiece. What's not to love? Nux, this build is incredible. Like I said, it was a really close call between you and the number 1 spot. However, placements aside, this is fantastic, mate. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the number 2 spot. More than well deserved. Right, so now we come to the number 1 spot. And who do you think's got it this week? As you can see, it's been quite a stiff competition. Unfortunately though, I'm going to have to keep you waiting for just a few minutes longer, because it's time for the honourable mentions section, yes. And this week, I've got 2 for you. The first one is by Nina Alabaster with the Little Shops of Horror build, and guys, this is apparently based on Sweeney Todd. I've never seen it, but I believe he was a pie that murdered people. I don't know. Now, first things first, the filming, you've done a brilliant job with it. I like how much effort you put into all of your camp builds on that front. It's really quite inspiring, to be honest with you. Another thing that I really did enjoy about this build is your interiors. The decoration was top notch. Some of the little tricks you've used, mwah, chef's kiss. In all honesty, the only reason you're not in the top 5, Nina, is because these are prefabs. You know, I don't have a problem with them, but there was some fantastic builds this week that have been done from scratch. That's not knocking your work at all. Please don't think that. I just prefer a build that's been made from the ground up, if that makes any sense. Either way, my pointless opinion aside, thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the honourable mention. You nailed this one. Now, our second honourable mention this week goes to Jawa 4 with the Living and Selling on the Ash Heap Camp. I like that title. The structure on this itself, Jawa, was absolutely amazing. It is so bloody immersive and so well put together. I bloody loved it. I really did. And the fact you've chose the ash heap as well. Very unconventional location. Not many people camp there. But I like the fact that you did. It makes a bloody change, let me tell you. Now, the only reason this didn't make the top 5, along with Yeah Bears, I think it was, is the fact that there's not enough shop in it. If that makes any sense. Both of your structures were absolutely phenomenal. There just weren't enough shoppiness in them. Again, please don't be offended by that, and I'm not taking away from your build at all. It's just a little bit of feedback from good old TNG. Not that it really matters. Anyway, buddy, thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on the honourable mention. Very well deserved indeed, my friend. Right then, so now we come to the number 1 spot. And who do you think's got it this week? Well, I'm not going to keep you waiting for any longer. This week's winner is Lady H with the Raider River Market. And let me tell you, this one had me scratching my head. Genuinely, I couldn't tell where the pre-existing structure ended and where Lady H's build started. I didn't even know you could camp this close to the river rapids, or river adventure, whatever you want to call it. To be 100% honest with you, I still can't tell which is pre-existing which has been built by Lady H, and in my book, that is bloody fantastic. Getting a build to be this immersive is no easy feat, let me tell you guys. This is bloody seamless. You know what, sod it, I'm going to log on later and I'm going to try and actually wrap my head around this because it's so well put together. I mean, take for example, that item that's been sunk into the water there. Is that one of the trailers? I don't even bloody know. But either way, it's clever. It's like it's already there. It's just so goddamn scrappy and war friendly. Honestly, it's blown my mind, this one. As well as the structure, Lady H has quite obviously spent a lot of time making the market area. And look at it. This could be something you would find in the wasteland that Bethesda has put here. It is so hard to tell. Your attention to detail, Lady H, is next level. Fair play to you. Thank you very much for entering this week. This has gone down as one of my favourite and one of the most impressive war-friendly camps I have ever seen. Trust me when I say this, it is more than deserving of the #1 spot. Thank you again for entering. And thank you to everyone else who entered this week. You really did knock it out of the park. You know, you came up with some incredible entries on a very short notice, to be honest with you. Fantastic entries all round. Seriously, guys, you should all be bloody proud of the builds that you made. And I urge all of you watching to check out this list of fantastic builders. They're on YouTube. Just type in the bloody names. You'll find them. As ever, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my Patreons and channel members. The extra support is much appreciated. If that's something that any of you guys are interested in, there's a link down in the description, as well as links to all my other socials as well. If that's not your kind of thing though, but you did still enjoy the video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. We do the top 5 every week, and you know, I do throw out a different video every now and again. Anyhow, my friends, as we say in the north, I will love you and leave you, and I'll catch you at next one. Have fun.